called in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash and tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. All right, Nick, we found a way to fit one in this week.
We did.
We had Michael on last week.
Fantastic episode.
Fantastic episode. Funny story about Michael. I was texting him as the eye candy, and it was not him.
Hilarious. Okay, so yeah, you're sending out a message to, because in it says Michael and David, right, from my side of things.
Yeah, and I got Nick and Michael, which
You sent something political, and we kind of understand where Michael kind of stands. So I was like,
Yep.
all right, I let the first one go. The next day, you send some like sports stuff or whatever,
Yep.
and I was like, David, I think you're texting the wrong Michael. This is the guy we just interviewed, not your best friend. And you're like, huh, all right. Yeah, so that
he
was,
rolled with it well.
Yeah.
It was the trick-or-treating thing. The
Well-
trick-or-treater, the mom we had come in on Halloween because she couldn't go trick-or-treating with her kids because the ex said no.
Mm,
He goes, I didn't know that was a thing. And you're like, this is the wrong Michael.
right.
And I went, whoops.
Yeah. So what are you drinking today?
So today, besides getting rid of all these stupid messages on Twitch, I'm going to have a Ghost Energy because I just got back from Vegas. First time out there.
Is it really? This
Yeah.
explains a lot.
It does. I have to save my liver now because I drank a lot.
Yeah. It's great.
We had a blast.
That's what Vegas is about.
Learned a lot of stuff for break room, so that was really good.
Good.
So I think it was a successful business trip, and it was a very successful drinking trip because I drank a lot.
Good.
So our next two episodes today and Tuesday, we're going to have a special guest on and talk about pop
Yep.
because he runs a pop business. So did Joe. That will not contain alcohol either. The pop's in the fridge already getting cool for us.
Oh, good.
So we should be good to go. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Gatorade Zero. I have some evening plans that I must attend to and be absolutely sober for. So I decided I'm going with a Gatorade.
Makes sense.
So today's episode, we're going to touch on a little bit of mental health.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
One of the big things with me is, so you don't even know this. Bucks and Brews will still be Bucks and Brews, but for the month of November, I'm gonna have to do Bucks and cocktails. So, I got into a little bit of depression a few weeks back. Things just didn't go. It's just weird. If you think something's just kind of off with you, and then all of a sudden you just get into this big lull, and then boom, there it is. It just all hits you.
Mhm.
It's weird. So my wife had told me at one point, she's like, hey, why don't you drink liquor? You seem to be happy with liquor. And I was like, all right. I'm not supposed to mix.
Right.
That's one of her rules. And so the month of November is strictly liquor for me. I'm giving it a test run, see how I feel, see how I do. It sounds really weird to say it. I've told a few friends because I've had to drink with them and strictly doing liquor. And I said, look, I'm doing it because A, I still get to drink. B, why not give it a shot and see if I'm happier? Also, one of the things I found, okay, so let me be clear. I enjoy Bud Light, right? It is a beer I enjoy to drink.
Yeah.
But if you gave me the opportunity to drink a Bud Light or a CEO Stout or some, and they're both just put in front, I'm probably going to grab that CEO Stout. Everything depends on how long we're drinking, things like that. But, so I started noticing, one thing that about me, right, and other people, I tend to forget how to not be poor.
Mhm.
And so I started thinking, hey, am I only drinking Bud Light when I go to the bars and when I go to the bowling alley because it's cheaper,
It's cheaper.
right? That's just a cheap, quick option
Mhm.
versus am I really enjoying the time that I'm doing it, or am I just having a drink because it's a drink? So You know, I
I have been that person.
yeah,
I remember like going to Old Chicago back in the days,
Yeah.
and I would drink the 4 beers that you were allowed to clock for a beer tour.
Yep.
And then I would go to Old Style, even though I wasn't a big Old Style fan. It was $1.50 for 16 ounces. So I just
Right.
drink it because it's cheap.
cheap, right? And that's it. Like, hey Jeff, thanks for joining us, bud. He's hour and a half of sitting. This guy gets paid by the hour. So for me, it was like, you know what? And the money's not going to really affect me, or let's find out if it does, right? Am I actually drinking that much? I don't really love, uh, long drinks,
Okay, yeah.
but they came out with some variants. So they have cranberry
Mhm.
and peach, and actually those are pretty okay.
Mhm.
You know, still not my go-to. My go-to is probably Malibu and cranberry.
Yeah.
But when you tell somebody to pour you like a tall, because like I really just want cranberry juice with
Mhm.
some Malibu in it.
Yeah. It tastes the alcohol with more cranberry. Yeah.
Well, and also like
Take the edge off.
drink like a fucking fish,
Yeah.
right? Like, so
That's the problem with me and you is if it's in front of us, no matter what it is, we're going to drink it really fast.
yeah. So like, you know, they give me these little cocktails like this big, and I'm like, so like I was bowling, and I was like, hey, and I was like, hey, light ice, and she still brings me just heavy, and I'm like, cause like 2 sips and this fucking little cup's gone.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I was like, hey, go pour me a tall, charge me for the extra fucking cranberry, whatever. Like, I still just need 1 shot. I'm not trying to get fucked up. I just want something to drink without it being water on a constant basis, right?
Mhm.
Like, and so yeah, training them to do whatever. So I guess that's the other problem with like martinis and stuff like that. Like I love martinis, but I sit around and it's like, oh, that's kind of just gone.
Yeah,
So
because it's like 2 sips.
yeah, right. But like, you know, I have no problem taking this entire bottle, drinking this much, filling it up with vodka, and I'll be happier than shit, you know, because like this cost me. I mean, this fucking stuff's expensive.
It is.
It's like $3.
Yeah. It used to be 79 cents.
Right. We're aging ourselves,
We
right?
are. Yeah, but that wasn't even that long
I
ago.
bought a fucking 2 liter of Sprite. How long has it been since you bought pop?
I still buy pop, but I don't buy 2 liters anymore 'cause it's too fucking expensive.
Dude, stupid. We're
Like $3.
yeah, it was $2.99.
Yeah.
For one fucking
Nope.
dude, back in the day it was $1.
It
Right?
was no at
79, 79 cents for Fago.
At Meyer, it was buy 10 get the 11th free,
Yeah, and they were
and they were
$1
a buck a piece. So you got
$1 piece.
11 for $10.
Yeah, it was crazy. But like, you know, now like literally full price, nothing on sale. It was $3 for 1 2-liter.
Yeah, not doing it.
You can't tell me the
No.
price of all that stuff has gone up that much. I mean,
No, I'm just not doing it.
right. So, you know, and so I'm having a hard time finding because I don't want it. I like cranberry, but like, you can only drink cranberry for so long. You can only drink
Yeah.
pineapple juice for so long.
A little acidic and
I've asked
and
the
especially to tear you up.
100%, right? These long drinks are kind of doing it. So I'm trying to find because I like to drink straight bourbon, straight whiskey. One thing about me with liquor is I enjoy doing shots. Like I just pour it back, call it a day. I enjoy sipping a bourbon.
Mhm.
My first one's clean, neat. First nice good sip. Second one for good measure. If I love it, don't love it, whatever, I'll add some water to get some flavor profile out of it, something like that. And so then that's when I add my ice cube or my water,
Mhm.
whatever I
Mhm.
want. And so I'm trying to mess around, find another type of a drink that I can just enjoy. You know, most bars don't have pina colada or, you know, frozen types of drinks. So thanks so much for sharing the live. We appreciate it, guys.
Well, we've been on for what, maybe 5 minutes so far?
Yeah.
This is half gone.
Yes, right.
That's all I'm doing. And you're more than a quarter gone.
Yeah, and that was 1 sip. Like, and I'm milking it, right?
Yeah,
Because
so am I.
I'm trying to make it last.
Because in a minute here, I'll have to switch to water because I'm only going to drink 1 energy drink. But if it's water, I just drink it so fast.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which is part of the problem when it comes to actually drinking, because you don't know. Again, we've talked about this mental health thing many times on the show, and we're really going to dig into it today, I think. So you and I both have this problem where if we're really feeling down and we start to get a buzz, we start to chase it
Oh yeah.
because it's the only time we feel normal.
And that's it's one thing I've noticed about myself. So when I feel down, like I try not to drink, right? I try not to do things. I mean, you guys have probably noticed it on Bucks and Brews. Like I show up half the time now and just drink water because I don't want to put myself into that spot where I'm chasing. I mean, yes, last week I broke the rule, right? And we said 2, but I was like, they're cans. Like I'll have a third. We have another can sitting next to it, you know. But like, so I don't want to chase. I don't want to do that type of a thing. And, there's a time where it makes you feel good, but then also it causes you to go deeper and deeper.
Yeah, the next day you never feel good.
Gosh, no.
And it's not that you're sick necessarily. It's, God, why did I have to drink that much?
No. I have friends. Are you live on other platforms? We're live on, no, just on Twitch.
Twitch,
and
TikTok.
Yeah, sorry. But one of the things is I drink with friends. One thing I realized was I got home. I had 3, maybe 4 drinks with them.
Mhm.
Okay. And I woke up just hungover, right? And I was like, man, like I told my wife, I was like, well, I didn't have that many, right? Like, I mean, it seems like a lot to some, but like to me, it's like, man, but it took me the 3rd time to realize because we're pouring 4 ounces of liquor, and then they make it like 16 ounces of water.
Mhm.
And then I'm drinking, so now it just tastes like water. So like I'm just
You're just
drinking.
drinking.
Because like you're not tasting alcohol, you're not doing whatever. And so next thing you know, but 4 ounces, I meant 16 drinks, and you're like, oh wait, I've had a lot to drink. I
Yeah.
didn't even realize
Yeah.
it because it tastes like water. So it took I'm a slow learner. So
I mean, we all kind of are.
yeah. So you want to start? You, me? What are you thinking?
Well, I kind of want to talk about the news that hit today.
Yeah.
So I have ties to the Godwin Heights community, obviously, because I coached there for 8 years.
Yeah.
My daughter graduated from Godwin Heights. Probably their most famous alum at this point is Marshawn Kneeland, who was drafted by the Cowboys last year.
Yep.
And word came out this morning that he passed away, 24 years old.
Yep.
And now word's coming out that it was from a self-inflicted gunshot wound and he was struggling with mental health. Which, of course, you and I have been talking for the last month or so that we probably should do a mental health episode, especially with what you've been going through, with what I've been going through. And seeing that this morning just kind of drove it home.
Right.
And, as usual on Bucks and Brews, we're going to get real here because that's what we do. So, I've been struggling for a while.
Yeah.
And, I've made the comment, I think, on the show before that if I got sick right now like I did 4 years ago, I'd probably die because I just wouldn't have the will to fight like I did 4 years ago. And my wife said something to me because, I've made that comment at home before. And she goes, I know you said you're depressed and stuff, but I'm glad to know that you would never do what he did because you're just not strong enough, I guess, to do that. You don't like dealing with gross things. And I didn't say it at the time, but I did say it to her later. Listen, the only thing that keeps me from eating a bullet is the fact that you guys won't get the life insurance.
Right.
Because there are times I'm at that point of this shit is just too heavy and I don't want to do any of this anymore. It just sucks. Life is difficult and it gets more and more difficult by the day. And it's not like I don't necessarily want to be here, but I don't want to deal with all the bullshit. I'm just over it. And again, I won't do it because I don't want to leave them with nothing.
Yeah.
I'm worth $500,000 dead. That's
But
a lot of money.
you're worth way more alive, though, right?
And I understand that point, but you know how it is. You get deep into that depression and you're like, this shit is just too heavy. I don't want to fucking deal with it anymore. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad for that kid because, looking from the outside in, he's got everything ahead of him. He's a star in the NFL. He just scored his first touchdown on Monday night, defensive player. Everybody's proud of him. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. And you never know what the people are going through. I think that's why I love the business we have here so much because we can help ease some of that pain for people. It doesn't work for me. Like, I don't want to break stuff, but I know it works for other people. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, when I do start drinking, I keep drinking because for once I don't have that pain and I feel okay.
Right. Well, and I mean, the hard part is everybody tells you when you stop drinking, then you start seeing it. But then when you're not drinking, you're sitting here just going, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I've been living my life. Now I'm just living it fully. Right. Mm-hmm. Like, so you want that time away. I'm sorry that you feel that way. It's not anything that anybody should feel. It's not, and it's hard because we look at his life and say, oh man, you had a great life. And you're a star, you're making money, you're doing that, and there's so much more going on, right? Like, my side, right, being a landlord, the amount of people, oh, you just fucking, I'm the scummiest person that's ever walked planet Earth,
100%.
B, oh, you're just fucking loaded and just over here making money off of fucking people. And it's like, here's a prime example. Why I fight everybody so much. Like, right, you understand that I'm not a shitty human, right? Shitty landlord, whatever. But David, I have a house that's been on the market right now for 100 fucking days.
That's a long time.
Okay. The last person that failed financing, like, I gave them $6,000 towards their closing cost. I gave them a discount on the fucking house. I mean, besides giving them a free house, like, I made it so fucking affordable for this person, and they still backed out, right? Like, what do you, so if everybody wants affordable, so go into this house is listed still. Why am I not getting people to offer me what they think it's actually worth, right? So these people keep telling me, oh, it's no affordable, no affordable, no affordable. No, this house is $200,000, right? I'm willing to fucking take take lower for it. I'm willing to fucking help you with your down payment, do all the shit that needs to be done. You're just not willing to offer, right? This is where I fight, because, okay, yes, a tenant lived there, so there's a little bit of wear and tear. It's not fresh paint, it's not there's no markings on the wall or whatever, right? But it's not all brand new. It is 1 year's worth of use, which isn't horrible. Everything about, I had it professionally cleaned. Everything about it looks completely fine. Trust me, if this house was in I wouldn't buy it. It's a 2-story, but, like, I love the house. I mean, 2 bedrooms upstairs. There's an ensuite bathroom on one of the things with a walk-in closet for the other one. The other one has a nice size closet. Most people listening, right? Your closet's probably, the short where it only holds one shirt. This one's like the double depth, double wide for the other closet, right? You go downstairs, there's a bedroom in the front, a bathroom splitting that, and a bedroom in the back. The front room's large. In the back, there's kind of it's got heat in there, it's got windows, but, like, it's got a 4-season porch off the back, but, like, that you use it as a living room, kitchen, dining room. This place is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's cheap as shit. And I just don't understand why everybody keeps telling me, oh, there's nothing affordable. But what's affordable to you, right? Well, fucking throw the offer.
I think that's what it is what is affordable to you, because, again, I'm not sure I could afford a $2,000 house right now.
200,000? Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not sure I could, because I know what I'm paying.
Right.
I can afford what I have, because, again, I have medical bills that I'm paying on for people.
Right.
So right now I couldn't, and I mean, we're going to clear 130,000 this year. For me, that would be a struggle.
Yeah. But
now, would it be a struggle in 2 years? Probably not. But is that house 300,000 in 2 years?
Right. And that's the thing. Like, everybody wants to buy everything at $20,000, and then, oh, well, I should have bought it back when it was 20,000. Okay, well, you can buy it. You can still buy. It's 200. It's going to be worth. Like, the market at one point had this house at 255. I'm down to 2. Like, I'm not trying to make $1 million off of it, just trying to get rid of it because I'm getting ready for a fucking kid, right? Like,
it's worth it to you to sell at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean, well,
I saw some of the comments. Somebody posted, "Man, I'd love to move back and buy it right now," and you or your wife went, and you can.
Right. I'm like, why not? Everybody has a reason, but it's just, like, there's nobody walking through houses right now. There's no offers. I have a friend that has 7 houses listed right now.
Well, I had sent you. Was it a video? I think it was a video talking about the job numbers for October.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't watch that one. I've seen that.
The worst since 2009.
Yeah.
Like 185% drop.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah.
And again, I feel like I'm losing my job at some point.
Right.
Because they're outsourcing things, and it's cheaper to do that.
My wife's losing hers.
Yeah.
Right now. So my wife was under contract that she had to go into the office 2 days a week for 4 hours a day out of the 45 hours that she has to work. Well, this week they decided to come and say, like, I haven't even told you this. So this week they decided to come and say, hey, we're restructuring your job. You are now 410s. Fully in the office. No questions asked, right? Like, and so they're saying, look, you can offer to do this, but yeah, this is your new job. And so my wife's like, she freaked the fuck out, did all this. Like, of course. And my problem is I'm not good at listening. I'm good at listening, but my problem is when I listen, I just want to fix,
Yep.
right? I will listen to you all day, but I will try to tell you how to fix it. And I need to learn. Sometimes people just want to bitch. Um, my wife and I had that conversation. I was like, you
That's the
bitch,
Parks and
like,
Rec talk.
do you just want to? I was like, who just wants to bitch? And she's like, people. And I was like, I don't think people just naturally want to bitch, right? They just do it. Like, I'll bitch. I actually do bitch, but it's just frustrating because like I want the fix to happen, right? Thanks so much for the likes, guys. And I'm telling my wife, I was like, hey, this, and like I'm very blessed, right? I'm very fortunate in the decisions I've made. So she looks and I was like, hey, do you want to go back to school? And she's like, yeah, but then 6 months of clinicals and this, and I was like, all right, so if you need 40 grand, right? I'll cover your fucking bills. I was like, I'll just put 40 grand in your fucking account right now. And she's like, kind of calm. And I was like, or if you want, I'll do weekly or bi-weekly paychecks, and I'll just that way your life doesn't change. You're now a student getting paid to go to school.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate to have. Yes, do I have 40 grand? Yes, I have 40 grand.
You can do that.
Right? And not many other people have.
No.
I told my wife, I said, I've never been in an opportunity to where I can actually use what I've done besides grow my, like, this is a moment that changes my wife and I's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like her job change. She's very concerned about insurance. I'm concerned about it, but also like at the end of the day, like if we die with millions of dollars in fucking health debt, whatever. I I don't care. Like I'm just gonna put the funds into this, and the kid will get it out of here, and I'll
Yeah,
just
it'll die with you.
What the fuck do I care, right? Like, so she'll go on to live the next life, and so it's hard to think about that, right? Because like you and I think about long term. Well, I think about long term wealth. I think about long term impact of my family. You do, where it's like, hey, if I'm gone, I'm worth more. I understand that, but like one thing is like, and I guess that's where my problem is I say I'm worth that, but like I know I can get more, and so when I'm not doing a real estate transaction, like right now, we finished my cabin, right? Yay, I have a cabin. Yes, I cut the shit. I literally $50,000, including my fucking side by side, right? That I bought for. That's how much I have invested into my own personal thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have a fucking multi-million-dollar cabin. I don't own a place on a lake. Blah, blah, blah. I bought a $20,000 fucking cabin, put $25,000 into it. This is why it pisses me off. Like, and again, because we talk about affordable housing, it's like, New York, yes, they have a new mayor. The first words out of his mouth, I don't know if you or I sent that video to each other, right? Besides, turn the volume up, Trump, right? The literal next words out of his mouth were, we're going after landlords.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck am I supposed to feel, right? Like, well, we're only going after the ones that are bad and taking advantage of this and that. And it's like, yeah, but where do I draw the line of what's taking advantage, right?
Yeah, but you know damn well you're not one of the ones that would be in trouble.
Oh, I know, but it doesn't change. But you know what it does?
It doesn't change the perception of how you feel because now you feel attacked.
Right, because I view myself as because that's my business. I am a landlord.
I totally understand that.
Like, it's like telling an alcoholic that, hey, you can go to the bar but not drink because you're invited to this drinking party, but so it's like you're not part of this group and you're not part of this group, because if you support cheap housing, then the fucking landlords fucking hate you, and if you support expensive housing, then the fucking tenants hate you. People hate you. You can't even just say tenants, but like it's just so frustrating. And again, we talked about it. Like I sold the one apartment, so they raised it up $650. That's a shitty fucking human, a shitty thing to do. That's his choice. But not once did I get a fucking thank you, right? Not once did I get a holy shit, Nick, I didn't realize what you've done for us. Holy shit. Not once did I get a fucking reach out of, hey, nothing, right? Like there's no fucking, in this game, in this world, there's no positive to any part of it, right? I own the only business that there's shit gratitude, right? You will have people come and make comments about your thing, but then you still get to turn around and see that you've helped affect somebody's life. I know I'm helping somebody's life, but I don't get the fucking recognition for it. Right? And sometimes
Well,
you need recognition.
We talked about it a lot this week at the conference, and you know, Dawn and I both discussed the fact that we need to figure out a way to still hold people accountable, but in the nicest way possible. Because of course, the shitty reviews we get, we have great reviews, but we do have some shitty reviews, and it's always, well, the owner had a bad attitude, or it's, you know, they made me pay for shoes even though it didn't say it anywhere. And everything's laid out. If you don't have to look very hard for any of the information that you need to have. If you walk in the door 5 minutes after your session starts, that's going to affect your session. And we still have to do safety. So you're going to get about 10 minutes in the room, and you're going to get pissed at me for that. But that doesn't have shit to do with me. And then you're going to go leave a shitty review because I was an asshole and I held you accountable.
Yeah.
I don't know how to sit there and be really fucking nice and still hold you accountable. It's difficult for me. And I don't want to be an asshole about it, but you know, you're coming in for the 3:30 session and the 3 fucking o'clock session shows up late. Why do I have to make you wait? Because they fucked up.
Right.
Because there's something they offer travel insurance now for, you know, our industry.
Okay.
And we discussed it. But if we allow you to be late and you still get the full time, it affects everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you paid for the insurance, great for you, but now everybody else gets pushed back because you fucked up.
I'm so one step I'm taking, and I don't even know how far along I am into it. Let me look here if I can see it. I'm chapter 4, chapter 5, so I'm listening to a book, and they're actually bringing up one of the airplane companies. Starts with a C. Anyway, but so they were talking about how one of the higher ups got let go because he held a plane because he was running late. And they said, no, that's not how we work.
Right.
You're not any more entitled to any other passenger that's here. We are going to build a culture of what this is, right? And so that's what makes it makes it hard because people don't ever want to be held accountable,
Never.
right? And that's what my biggest problem with my child and some of my wife, right? Like, look, you fucked up, right? You did this. This is the fucking problem, right? And so, now it's just a matter of how can I say it without saying, no, you fucked up this, but I just come out and say, look, this is what happened.
Well, you know, you sit there and you look at it sometimes, and especially when it comes to trying to hold people accountable.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a dick.
Right.
But you have a phone.
Mhm.
Call and say, hey, I'm running late. What can we do?
Mhm.
And we have people. I had somebody call the other day when I was here, and they're like, hey, we're running late. Can we push back an hour? And I said, you can, but with this late a notice, there's a $35 reschedule fee. And she goes, all right, let me talk to people and see if we can figure it out. Cool. I'm not mad.
Right.
I'm just letting you know that, yes, we can do that, but that appointment would have been used by somebody, and now we can't sell that slot anymore.
Right.
So for you to move means we got to charge you something because now you're taking somebody else's potential slot.
Yep. Well, and you know, I mean, doctor's offices, right? I mean, it's
Yeah, if you're late, you get charged.
Oh, 100%, right? If you do a no-show, after the second time, if you do a no-show to my dentist, after the first one, they'll forgive. The second one, you're no longer a client, right? That's not how they work. During COVID, you know, during COVID, they were still doing teeth cleaning, but I ended up with COVID or something, and so I was like, hey, I can't make it. My next appointment was my next 6 months. They're like, hey, we'll schedule you out. You don't get to just get a fucking another appointment, right? Like it's not, and I don't know. It's teaching these people the responsibility. I know we give old people a bunch of shit for the way that they're raised, but you know, back in the day, there was a difference, right? I mean,
see, I'm going to give them shit for the way they raised us.
100%.
Because the boomers are the ones that bitch and moan about participation trophies, but the boomers are the ones that introduced participation trophies because they wanted all their kids to be fucking special.
Yep.
Not every kid is special.
Yep.
Most of them are not.
But when you showed up, did you make sure you were ready to play? Did you make sure you were on the field in time?
Yeah.
Right. But I don't think as a coach for younger things, that's not being taught right now. Right?
No, it's really not.
Oh
you just show up whenever the hell you want.
Oh, dude. I mean, right. And like soccer seems to be the worst. Like these fucking parents, man, they like it's game time and I have a kid running across the field. What the fuck are you doing? Right. Like,
see, and I'm happy. I never really had that issue in Little League. I never had that issue in high school because they all knew.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, you're sitting.
Right. And I say, it's so funny frustrations. I'm coaching again this year, start up next week. And, remember the first year I showed up, I brought your packet and said,
Yeah.
hey, these are my, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll just do this. Guess what they're doing now?
My packet?
Well, no, they're making, oh, hey, we have a parent's code of conduct and a player's code of conduct.
That was all in there.
I know. And I was like, I tried to bring this to you 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And you told me to shove it, right? And then, because we were laughing.
There are times you have to change the system when you get in it, and it takes time.
Yeah.
Because you were frustrated a lot that first year.
Well, dude, I mean, what was it? 17 times threatened to get fired?
Yeah.
Like, we made that joke. We made that joke because they were talking about, like, oh, yeah, got some the bowling doesn't. And I was like, I think I hold the record for most attempts to get fired. And, like, they just all
Every parent wanted you gone.
Most, right?
Okay, yeah, there were a couple that
yeah,
liked you, but for the most part.
But, like, because I wasn't the person they wanted.
But after the end of the season.
Oh, man. Walked on water.
I mean, I had parents come in last year and buy you fucking gift cards for here.
Yeah.
Because they were so happy with you.
Right. I mean, and that's, like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to be something, but I'm going to change the culture, right? We are not right? Nothing about me is ever going to be we win.
I've decided one thing, especially since coaching with you this spring.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever get back into coaching, there are only probably 4 people I would coach with.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that,
5 if I could bring Hendy out of retirement.
Shout out.
Oh, happy birthday, Miss! Happy birthday to our favorite assistant, Marv Johnson. But if I could bring Hendy out of retirement, I would.
Sure.
But for the most part, it'd be you, Marv, Chris, and Osborne.
Yeah.
I would coach with any of the 4 of you gentlemen any day of the week. And again, Chris and I have fought a lot.
Yeah.
But he's still one of my best friends, and I would absolutely coach with him again.
Yeah, and so I've only watched Chris coach very little, but you guys help each other because you get mad about certain things. He doesn't find it hard. He gets mad about certain things. You don't find it that big of a deal. But then you go, hey, all right, you're supportive. Great. We're both supporting this aspect, right?
Well, and see, the biggest thing with this, he's a lot like my wife, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The difference is I can use Jedi mind tricks on him.
Yeah.
I can get him to do what I want him to do by planting seeds. I can't do that with my wife.
Right.
Like if I plant the seed, she's absolutely dead set against it.
Oh, 100%. I said my favorite text was the one that you sent me.
So Chloe and I were talking, we were brainstorming. We had like 15 minutes to sit there and brainstorm before a session at a table. And literally the other people at the table were listening to us brainstorming and throwing out ideas to us.
Yeah.
And Chloe goes, I know you really don't want to be open another day, but what about opening on a Wednesday? And I said, honestly, Chloe, I don't think that would help. I don't think we'd get enough business on a Wednesday. I said, but what I really want to do is increase the hours that we're open on certain days. And she goes, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, I think on Fridays we should be open at 3 p.m. People get out early on Fridays. I think we could at least sell a couple of appointments that hour.
Mm-hmm.
If we sell one appointment, it pays to be open.
Right.
And if we don't, then we just don't come in yet.
Right.
I think we have to open at noon on Saturdays because it worked all summer long. I don't know why we went back to 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I do because Dawn's hesitant. She doesn't want to do it. I think we need to open at 11 on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
And I told Chloe, I said, you need to present these to Dawn because she won't listen to me. Chloe came back, started talking about it. Dawn's all of a sudden open to it.
Yep.
Now, mind you, I brought that up today in an argument her and I were having. She's like, no, I was open to it the whole time. No, you weren't.
Right.
We had that talk. You shut it down immediately about being open at noon.
Yep.
And then we argued about that. But I was there. I heard the conversation. Well, then I have to figure out staffing, and I have to give scheduled breaks, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. It's just obstacle after obstacle. I don't care. I see something that's working. Let's figure out how to make it work.
Yep. Well, and it's like, okay, cool. So now you have to do break. Now you're worried about that. Okay, great. You know what? I'm going to fix this. We're going to do 2 hours earlier. We're going to open at 11 on Saturdays. So that way it makes it easier we can hire a whole, we can have 2 4-hour days, whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how long that puts you open for, but like, cool. Now we fixed it, right? You're right. Instead of 1 hour, we should be doing 2. You're absolutely like, yep, you win.
Yeah, because in all honesty, Chloe goes, you could open at 10 and be fine on a Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, could be open 12 hours and be perfectly fine.
Absolutely. And you should be, right?
Probably.
On a Saturday, there's no reason not to be, right? I've told you this 1,000 times. Like, you and I have these conversations, and you're like, oh, let's start with 1 hour. And I'm like, okay, cool. If it works. And then you guys stopped, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. But, like, last time we talked, you're like, all right, I was like, cool, because then we'll see if we have to open. And you said it worked, and I'm like, okay, now we open an hour earlier. Now we open an hour earlier. I mean, right?
And I mean, eventually that would be my goal.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it's harder on Dawn and I get it. Because
But that's a fucking business owner.
I know we have to be here like 14-hour days those days instead, which, okay, that sucks. But shit happens.
Right.
If we have to split it up, we'll split it up. Whatever.
Yep. Or you know what? I mean,
and again, if we're open those hours, maybe we get Chloe more.
so we do 4 extra hours times 52, and that's that's 208 hours. Average package $55.
Let's say $50.
$50. Well, that's $10,400. So now you look
Selling one package.
Yep, just one, in that time.
Yep.
So we look at Chloe and say, hey, how would you feel about general manager type, or a management position? I'm going to need you to come in here. You're getting a $5,000 raise.
Yep.
I'm going to do this. Okay.
Well, even when her and I were talking, she's like, I part of the reason I'm at Alta is I really need the insurance. I'm like, right, but if you and Jonathan do get married, he can carry your insurance.
Yep.
And that's a different conversation now.
Absolutely. Let's say this, say 77 hours last week. Hot dang, buddy.
Well, and Jeff, I've been there because in my full-time job, there were times I put in 90, 100 hours in a week.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I get how it is, but
I remember those days for you, man. And then you
they're hard.
Still showing up to freaking
softball all the time, yeah.
Like, because you're like, oh, I got to get back home. I got to go to work, and I'm like, dude, Jesus, this guy's working his life away.
Well, and I totally understand it, and what Dawn doesn't want is to burn herself out because she already works so many hours in a week. Because she, being the business owner, she's putting in 70 to 80 hours every week.
Yeah.
So to figure out how to work a 14-hour day on a Saturday when she's already working a 12-hour day on a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's, because again, we open at 1. She's here by 10:30 every Saturday. She leaves, a half an hour after we close.
But the answer, right? The answer is A, you're either doing something wrong, right? Or B, you need to hire somebody for that. Because, okay, so what is she here for? She's here setting up?
She's usually here setting up, bringing glass over from storage. I mean, she's doing busy work that other people could do.
Absolutely, right? She needs to let go of a little bit of control. And also, right, because we have a guy who could use some more hours all the time, right? Tell you what, you don't want to deal with people? Great. Now you're doing this. You're doing this. You're doing all my prep, all my everything. This is what my expectation is, right? So now we're back to a 40-hour employee that...
Well, and again, part of the problem with that is she refuses to push people outside of their comfort zone.
Oh, I know.
We have 3 people here that do safety if Chloe's not here. So it's me, Dawn, Kendall. That's it.
Yeah.
Kendall works very part-time. So, she works, I think, every other Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or something to that effect, right? So she's only here every other weekend.
Yeah.
If I'm not here, Dawn's the only one doing safety. And if she's got 3 sessions in that half an hour, she's doing safety for all 3 sessions, probably together most of the time.
Right. But and Dawn needs to do safety, but she also needs to, she should be doing every other safety. If there's 3.5 hours, because she needs to get to that other session, and she needs to be the one going, hey, how was your time? I hope you had an amazing time.
Yeah. And
right.
She's trying to do as much of that as she can.
Yeah.
Again, when the first 2 years we were in this location, so the first 4 or so years of the business, she's going back and cleaning rooms. And Mike and I kept telling her, listen, you can't clean rooms. I get that you want to do everything cool. You need to be in front of the customer at every waking moment because you are the company.
You are the face.
They need to see your face. They need to talk to you. I can talk to them. It's great. Yeah, I'm a partial owner. Cool.
Nobody cares.
She's break room.
Right. And that's it. But she's going to, as a business owner, you're going to grow, you're going to develop. The problem is it's going to take somebody besides you, right?
I'm going to explain to Jeff here real quick. So Jeff, my wife owns Break Room Therapy, which is a break room in Byron Center, Michigan, just outside of Grand Rapids, where you come in and you break glass and electronics. Look us up, breakroomtherapy.com.
14 and older, though.
13 and older.
13 and older. So only some of your kids can come. Jeff's say, you should bring your kid in.
Emily's on here. She worked here.
There you go. Let's say, I seen them, but bring your kid in. We sponsored his daughter in cheerleading. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that's going well. Um, my daughter's.
Oh, is
doing,
that Jeff?
Yeah, my daughter's doing competitive cheer now, and she's loving it. But it's yeah, I say 2 nights a week from 6 to 8 p.m. 2 hours of practice or whatever. Which I know most people are gonna do. But like this kid's 10, man. She like 8 o'clock now. She has to figure out how to wind down. Her bedtime's normally 8:30 or whatever. Like we're reading books at 8 o'clock. You
Yep.
know, now it's like and then she gets done, and I give her credit. She's putting in so much effort because like yesterday, no, I was gone, but Tuesday she's like, oh, I'm starving. I was like, we fed her before she went. Like she's like, I'm starving. So now I'm like, oh shit. So I stop and get her shitty food because that's the only thing I know how to do, right? And so it's like you feel bad because you don't want your kid to turn out to be like you.
Right.
It's like, all right,
You want to be healthy.
right. So like next time, like I told my wife, I was like, hey, make sure you pack some grapes and make sure you pack some stuff so that way she has it right after thing.
Does Emerson like Lunchables?
No.
Because I was going to say they have the healthier ones at Costco.
Oh, the P3s.
No, they're different than that. They're an actual Lunchable, but
Okay.
not Lunchable, not
Gotcha.
Oscar Mayer.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. All right. So victory time. Can we talk? We need to talk about some victories because that's one of the biggest things. Let's say, um, but we don't share them. We don't share them very often.
Yeah, go.
Okay. So for some people that don't know, my daughter had an eating disorder for a second.
Yep.
Right?
I wouldn't say for a second.
It's
She'll have it.
Yes.
She's working through it.
One of her friends showed up to school with real beef jerky. So I was like, oh, cool. She goes, I want beef jerky for my snack. My eyes fucking lit up. I was like, you know what? I kind of forgot that I had them in the fridge because I went to Bob's Butcher Block and I got 4 quarter-pound bags, 4 ounces a piece. And I was like, oh, Dad has beef jerky in the fridge for you. That was fine. But just to make sure, in case she didn't, we got her Jack Link's or no, Meyer brand because I felt it and it was soft. But like my kid's back to eating jerky. Like I had a tear in my eye. I was like, man, like she's finally doing this, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm so fucking happy. Like just to even for her to make the attempt to want that type of thing.
Well, speaking of her for a minute, by the way, I have something you need to take home to her, and it's food.
Okay.
So, tangent time.
Tangent time.
I got so fucking excited being in Vegas because I forgot they had ABC stores. So ABC is huge in Hawaii.
Okay.
You have 2 or 3 on every block. It's like churches in Byron Center.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's just a little convenience store. But of course, it's got Hawaiian stuff in it because it's a Hawaiian store.
Sure.
They have taro cookies.
Oh, nice.
Taro sugar cookies, which of course are purple because taro's purple.
Yes.
And I'm getting it. And Dawn goes, are you getting that for who I think you are? Yeah, I'm going to show it to Caitlin and freak her out because she did not like the taro rolls that she had because they were purple and that's weird. She goes, oh, I thought you were getting them for Emerson. I went, I'll definitely give her one. So you got to take a cookie home with you for your daughter.
There you go. Yeah. So,
Christy's happy about her too.
oh yeah, thank you.
I mean, she's going through that right now.
Yeah. But like, it felt like a huge fucking weight off my shoulders.
That's a win.
20, dude, absolutely. Like even if she doesn't stick with it, like as long as she, like now we're seeing that she's wanted to get back to it.
Well, I mean, she's a good example of working through shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like, her and I have never had a good relationship. She don't really like guys,
right?
And that's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
But when you asked me to coach with you, I coach her like I coach any guy. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
So you can not like me as much as you want, but you're still going to do the things I need you to do.
Absolutely.
So I was in her ear constantly when she was up. I knew when she would swing. I knew when she wouldn't. I knew if we had a pitcher that she wasn't afraid of getting hit by and didn't throw too hard, she'd put the bat on the ball.
Yep.
And she did.
Oh yeah.
So I just tried to stay in her ear all the time. And I would ask her, I'm like, you didn't swing. Were you scared? No. I said, good. Don't lie to me. Yes. You don't have to lie to me. I know. I already know.
Right.
Just be honest with me and I'll help work you through that, but you got to be honest.
Yep. Did I tell you that she wants to play again?
I'm so shocked by that, honestly. But she told me the same thing.
You and me both. But like, she doesn't want to do soccer. We've already signed her up, so she's going to do that. but she wants to play softball.
That's great.
And I'm like, well, fuck, David's coming out of retirement because this is gonna happen. I was like, and you have to come until she gets her first hit, and then you can walk off the field. Like, I don't really give a shit. Like, once she gets the first hit, you walk out, time, give the fucking high five, walk right out the fucking center field, try to get your ass over the fucking fence, like
Fall like I always do.
every fucking time. And I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna laugh. Like, hey, tell you what. All of us will turn around. You walk on the fence and go to the center field, and it'll take you an hour. But like, then we'll wave and be like, "Bye, David."
You want another tangent time?
Absolutely.
So, Chloe and I went to the Sphere on Tuesday night to see Wizard of Oz, which was visually stunning.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So, the gap between the seat and the barrier that we had was very small.
Yeah.
So, like, my legs were asleep by the time I went to get up, and when I stood up, it felt like I was going to fall.
Oh yeah.
So, of course, we start walking up, and we're not getting very far, and all of a sudden, that row's kitty corner is empty.
Yeah.
And I said to Chloe, "You want me to sneak up that way?" And she's like, "Sure." So I go to step up, and my leg was so weak that it wouldn't fully extend. So guess who falls and starts to go over the row? But there's a lady right there taking a picture of somebody, and literally she held me up.
Oh shit. Yeah. No, it's very. They did not build it for comfort.
They
It's
did not.
No. God. But
Yeah, we got back to the hotel, and I told Don, "Well, I fell again."
it was so funny because I'm sitting here like, you guys are sending me fucking photos beyond belief, and I'm like, there was some times where I was like, I'm busy doing whatever, and I'm like, yep, cool. Like, you're in fucking, like, I've seen all of this. I've been to Vegas every fucking year.
Mind you, I
For the
thought
past-
about getting you something, and I'm like, "Fuck it, Nick's been to Vegas enough times. Anything can get
For the past like 15 fucking years. Like, even this year when we had the non-Vegas my other bowling tournament was in Vegas, and I'm like, God damn. But like, and you guys are like, oh, hey, like, here's these pictures of the blown glass on the ceiling. And I was like, yep, I seen that when I was 12. I seen it again here. Seen it again here. Like, I seen it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, the one where you're having fun outside. We don't have to get into all the details, but I'm like, yep, you've met street people. Awesome. You guys make it to Fremont Street? I didn't see any photos of Fremont
That was
Street.
the first night we
Okay.
went there. That's where I danced with the gorilla.
Nice. Yeah. Say that's funny shit, isn't
Yeah.
it? So
I had a blast. I would go back there again. That was a lot of fun.
Fremont Street,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Vegas.
Oh yeah, both.
Yeah. I say it's just
By the way, I have 2 new business ventures.
okay.
First off, we need to open a tipsy robot.
Now,
Why?
refusal
Why?
takes away jobs.
You still have a bartender.
No, you don't. They fill a fucking bottle only when it says it's out, and that's if somebody's around.
Bartender made drinks for me.
Maybe you don't think-
They couldn't make the drinks, but the shots and other shit they made.
Hmm.
Again, I thought it was fun.
Mhm.
I wouldn't drink there all the time, but I thought it was fun.
Sure.
Second,
Oh, you can't drink there all the time.
right?
Not our fucking income.
It's expensive as shit.
Jesus. It was
I did it because I got a free flask and then a free big tumbler.
yeah.
Free. I spent money to get that.
Right.
Nothing was fucking free.
No, trust me.
Let's be honest. But then, of course, it's Vegas, so you got playing cards littered all over with half-naked women on them, right?
Tell me that's not your favorite sound now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
So, of course, I'm drunk, so I pick one up.
Mhm.
And we scanned the QR code at one point because it's just a 1-900 number to call for
Yeah.
phone sex.
oh, you got the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, the phone sex
You
one.
didn't get the live in person one.
And it's when you scan it, 100% live person, never AI.
Yeah.
Nick, we got to do an AI phone sex line. We can market it to MAGA people, and we'll just have dudes, fake AI dudes going, "You have gargantuan penis," just like they do on South Park. So much bigger than Trump.
Oh, yeah.
So new business venture.
I'm in. Yeah. No, it's a look. You guys had a good trip. It was just we're 4 hours behind or whatever, and I'm like, yes, I've seen Vegas. Yes, guys. Yep. I didn't realize it was your first time out.
Oh
there.
yeah.
I had no. This explains so much because I'm sitting here just going, huh? It's like they've never been to Vegas before.
That was because we'd never been
Yeah.
to Vegas before.
Say,
It never really interested me to go
yeah,
because I'm not a big gambler. I'm a big gambler, which means I'm not a big gambler.
right. Oh yeah, 'cause
Like- I took pictures of the sports book and sent them to Nick, our worker,
Yeah.
because him and I will sports bet with each other. And he's like, "Oh my God, just tell Don you're going to stay there, watch games all day."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I could do that."
And that's the thing. You can like so.
Yeah.
You guys eating to Paris? I seen a million photos from it because that's where I usually gamble.
Paris was great.
Paris is great. Or Park MGM because it's smoke free. But like,
Oh, is it really?
yes,
I got to tell Dawn that because that's what she hated about the Bellagio's, the smoke.
MGM Park. So it's more expensive,
Mhm.
but like, and they have Italy there. It is probably my favorite.
Jeff wants it on the new business venture.
Absolutely. We're gonna need a financial donation on that one.
Yeah.
So we need financial backers. Here we go. But yeah, so it's this explains a little bit because I mean, God, for my honeymoon I went to fucking Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So, really, so many times. Yeah. So I'm sitting here. Did you guys go into the Venetian? Did you go to see the gondolas?
We did not.
Okay.
We had so little time.
Yeah.
So we got there on Sunday. I think we landed a little after 2.
Okay.
Got to the Bellagio, dropped our shit off. And Dawn wanted to go down to Fremont Street, so we did that, and we spent the entire night down there. Came back. I remember most of it.
Yep.
I got a little drunk. I had a blast though. Like I had a blast.
Yeah.
The next day we were free until 3.
Okay.
So we went to Mandalay Bay and did the Shark Tank.
Yep.
After we got Chloe slept in, which that's fine. I mean, she's 21, so you kind of get it.
Yep.
So Dawn and I grabbed breakfast down at the Bellagio, and then we went out to Mandalay Bay, and when we got done there, we went to the conference, and then after the conference, we went down to New York, and got dinner.
Yeah. Caitlin, we're gonna have to take that. I'm sorry, we're not paying you for that phone number.
That's Kristen.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not Caitlin.
Sorry, I only see.
I like that 1-900 for Megan. That's funny.
Yeah, this is perfect.
But yeah, so we had dinner down there, and then after that, we went over to Paris and wandered around there, took pictures, went up the Eiffel Tower and stuff like that.
Yep.
Again, Chloe and I drank too much. And then Tuesday after the conference all day, her and I, so we had they had some excursions you could do for free on, Fair Harbor's dime.
Yep.
And one of them were these little go-karts, which are 2-seater cars, and you just drive up, down a guided tour of basically the Strip or downtown or whatever.
Sure.
We ended up doing downtown because it was the only one that would be an hour because it was rush hour.
Sure.
Which was fun, but anxiety ridden because I didn't want to pay for extra time.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure we were back within that hour. So it's not like I could stop and take pictures or anything. And you're driving on the road
Right.
in this tiny ass car that's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we went down to the Sphere, and Dawn went back to Bellagio and gambled. And she
Okay.
came home with the money. So
Oh, sweet. I've never come back home from Vegas with money.
we took 118 and came home with 301.
Oh, yeah. No, 118 per hour.
No, total.
We gambled.
He plays $20 ish and sees what happens.
Yeah, no, and that's. I mean, hey, look, if that's what makes you happy, so and that's the hard thing is for you is when I tell you about Vegas, I literally just say gambling. That's because literally all that I do.
Right.
Right. I mean, I've seen the sights, so now literally just gamble.
Yeah.
Right? I like going out there with my wife because we go see shows.
Mm-hmm.
As a magician, I love seeing magicians. Right.
Oh yeah.
We
We watched a magician, and I tipped him because of you.
Oh, really? There you go. Thanks, man.
Yeah, we sat there watching him. I didn't have any cash on me the first night, right?
Yep.
Because I don't carry cash. So we're sitting there, and he's doing it, and then he flips up his sheet, and he's got Cash App and Venmo. I'm like, I'm going to give this guy some money. And again, it made me think that because,
Yeah.
magicians work for tips.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Well, again, I was hammered when the girls wanted to take the picture.
Yep.
And I thought Dawn wanted me to take the picture, which is the only reason I took the picture.
Mm.
And then we argued about money. Because they wanted $20 each. I'm like, fuck you get 5.
$20 each.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, they're scams.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, I know you're working out there for that, and that's fine. But I'm not giving you $20 for that. I'm sorry. We took a picture.
right. Well, yeah. So you'll learn in your next one not to not to stop for those types of things. Was there any Star Wars people down in
Yeah.
Fremont Street? Yeah.
Yeah, Vader wanted us to take a picture, and we're like, no, we're good.
Yeah. No, been there, got that.
But don't you like Star Wars? Yeah, we have costumes ourselves. We're good. We'll take a picture with us. No.
The Kiss guys, were they down there?
I didn't see the Kiss
All
guys.
right, so those are fun. But yeah, there's always just some fun things. So, Um,
We're doing a podcast called Bucks and Brews right now.
I say back to our mental health
Mental
stuff.
health, yeah.
But so anyway, victories. What do you have for a victory?
I think we got a lot of good information out of that conference. I feel reinvigorated about, making some changes at Break Room.
Okay.
I think some of the things I've been trying to get through Dawn's head kind of sunk in a little bit, like the hours and the pricing. We haven't raised prices in years.
Right.
And I'm not sitting here going, raise all the prices. I'm not doing that. But I think some of them need to be looked at.
Yep.
I think we should always have a $30 and a $50 package to start. I think that's one of the great things about this place. But, some things are harder to source.
Right.
So we need to look at, maybe going up $5 or $10 on certain packages. Again, I'm not looking to price people out, but this is not, going to the store and buying milk and eggs.
Right.
This is an experience. You can make of it whatever you please. So, you can make it a cheap experience. You can make it a very expensive experience. That's up to you.
Right.
And part of the problem with Dawn is she looks at everything we do as, is that something I would pay for?
Right.
And you can't look at it that way.
No, because I mean, my shit would be so damn cheap, right?
Right.
Like, I'd look at it and go, okay, I got this in for free. I got this in for free. I got this in. I paid, pennies for it. And, but then, the stuff that I pay a bunch of money for and it just sits around and nobody wants it. And it's like, well, man, I wanted to do that,
Mm-hmm.
Saying everything's not getting cheaper, right? And it's,
No.
Costs for you guys are going up, whether it's insurance, whether it's gas prices, whether it's insurance for the car, things like that, right?
Well, like, we'll get a 70-inch TV in here. 70-inch TV, I'm gonna charge $100 for, because I've sold it at $100.
Yep.
And Dawn looks at it and goes, "TVs aren't fun. You shouldn't charge that." I'm sorry, people pay it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not forcing anybody to come in and spend $100 on a TV.
Right.
But it's there, and somebody's going to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Now, if you want a $40 TV, I can help you. I have that.
Yep. We'll say, oh, I can't afford that. Okay, great. And that's the thing we talk about all the time, right? Great, make an offer. If you want something, great. The worst I can do is say no, or I can say, hey, I have a different option for you.
I said that to Chloe while we were gone. I said, we had one of the full-size office copiers. It was down. They sit for a couple, 3 months.
Yeah, of course.
And it had sat there for a couple, 3 months. Dawn's like, we got to get that thing out of here. And somebody came to me and goes, I owe you $10 for a disposal fee. You're asking $120 for that. Would you take $110 and no disposal fee?
Yes.
I said, yeah, I can do that.
Right. Okay, perfect.
So basically, I got to pay $100 instead of $120. But those type of copiers usually come to us for very cheap because people can't get rid of it.
Right. No, I know I need a working one.
Well, that's just it. You get them when they're broke and there's nothing to do with it.
Right. So, and it's office people that want to break it.
Yeah.
So, no, that's good. I mean, I'm glad the trip helped. I'm supposed to be on a call right now for the next 3 days. Dean Graciosi and fucking Tony Robbins are putting on a big AI summit, and I signed up for it, but I'm like, oh, maybe we have to do this, but it's like I want to start putting that into my business, right? I mean, I got hit up with 45 freaking text messages just as we're sitting here, like, and one of them actually turning into hopefully a deal. So
and I mean, that's great.
Yep.
We talk about the mental health, and especially during this episode, you'd have to try to break things down small, and look for those small wins so that you don't want to eat a fucking bullet. When you were going through it, you're pretty honest. We knew, that you were struggling. Yeah. And Dawn kept asking, is Nick okay? Do you need to reach out? And I'm like, yeah, I keep reaching out, and he keeps telling me he'll be fine.
Yeah.
When I texted you today, I'm like, listen, I don't want a pep talk. I'm just wanting to say this, and we're going to leave it there. And you were like, all right.
Yeah.
And you said, are you okay? And I'm fine.
Yeah. I was saying, right? I mean, we're talking you're on the way in. You're like, well, and I was like, I'm sorry. And you're like, all right, I'll see you when we get there. And I was like, there it is, man. Like, I'm here to listen,
Yep.
right? Yes, I can listen, but it's my job is to always fix, and that's where pep talks, and that's where things come in, and it's the hard part is relationships are never easy. They're not supposed to be. I don't think. You know, we have strong women in our lives, and you know, my wife and I were doing great for a long time, and then you know, just right there, there's holding hands, there's you know, hugging more, there's kissing more, you know, like physical attention kind of there, right? Like and listening, right? We're having and then all of a sudden my wife's job just goes. It's like and I go into fixing, and she doesn't want that. And it's like, oh man, I'm still working on what you want, right? Like, look, and I told her 1,000 times, if you just want me to listen, you have to say, I just want you to listen. Right?
Well, I alluded to it earlier when you brought that up. It's the Parks and Rec episode where Anna's pissed at Chris because Chris tries to fix everything.
Right.
And they had to pull Chris aside and say, sometimes they just want to hear, that sucks.
Yeah.
So you just sit there and let them word vomit and you go, that sucks.
Right.
I want that all the time. I just want Dawn to go, that sucks.
Yep.
Stop trying to fix shit. Just let me bitch. I said that to my mom. I called her this morning because of the credit card issue. And I'm like, listen, I don't want you to tell me how the fuck to fix this. I just want to bitch for a minute.
Yep.
And she let me, and it was shocking because usually Ring Ring doesn't let me do what I need to do.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I get it. My mom is yes. Ring ring.
Yeah.
So
it just sometimes it's a lot.
Yeah.
And again, who's your mom's main source of support?
For the most part, me.
Right.
Yeah, she's gotten to find a group of friends, but
yeah, but family wise,
they're all.
Who's she going to go to?
It's me. 100% it's me.
And who are you going to throw that on?
My wife. Say, yeah.
See, I won't throw that on anybody.
Yeah.
My mom's my responsibility.
No, with my wife, like I just tell her, hey, I'm sorry, my mom's this, right? And so
I do the same.
Like, all right, I get it, you know.
Well, like Caitlin's offered to try and take some of that off my hands. I don't want you to have to deal with it.
Right.
I love my mother, and she does too.
Yep.
But it's a lot sometimes.
I was telling Angela today. Okay, so I was bitching actually about my family, right? Today, like my niece, I don't understand. My niece doesn't understand how good it would be for her to come live with me and come change her life. You know, because I hold expectations, right?
You would make her grow up.
That's exactly it, right? But you know, my dad's manipulative, and oh, hey, you have to be here for family. You have to do this. You can take care of your, you know, his wife and all that. And it's like, man, no, like you need to do this, right? Like your dad treats you like shit. This, you know, you're getting used and abused over here. You just don't see it because you know they're calling it love, right? And it's like, man, yeah, it frustrates me. But like we were talking, because I was like, oh, my mom even said, hey, you can come live here. You know, my mom's only rule. 2 rules. One of them you can break. My mom's only rule is you have to have a job or be looking for a job in case the economy, you know, you have to have a job and go to the job. Literally, you can do anything else you fucking want. I mean, you don't have to do anything else, right? Just have that. Hey, Calvin. So, and, you know, but like, and then the other rule is, you know, don't do drugs. Which we know how that went over with my sister. So
yeah,
again, one of them I said you can break, the other one is so, but like, and so literally, like I was telling Angela, I was like, you know what? I really liked living with my mom. We worked different shifts but even if we didn't, like, my mom just left me the fuck alone, right? I went into my job. The only time she'd bother me, hey, I made food. Okay, thanks, right? Do that, but like, it wasn't really anything else. Like, and so that's what it's like for my niece. It's shit. Just why? That's such a like. That's not that hard, right?
It's a better situation.
You know, and so like me, I explained it. So my expectations are. I told her, I was like, you can come live with me for 125 a week. I can't afford that. Nope, I understand that. But you want to, you want to earn $50? Start a 401k. Show me that you're putting into it. Now we're down to 75. You want to, also, if you want to earn 25 more, you have to show them that you're putting 25 into savings every single paycheck or, every week. So if it's 2, it's $50. And then because you're paying yourself, I'll take that off of mine. It'll be $50 to live with me. All right. So that $50 is going to go into the food you're going to fucking eat and the stuff like that. But she'd have expectations to make herself a better person, right? Yes, I understand that they're my expectations and my force to make her what I think is a better person. But I'm a fan of until you prove me wrong that that's the wrong way to do it. Like, I'm gonna go with it, right? I was having this conversation with my sister-in-law.
Thanks for the gifts, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it so much. We, my sister-in-law, we were talking, and she said something about, she's gonna sell my niece's Barbies because she's done with it, which that means my daughter's done with Barbies now too. She goes, I said we can get $30 for it or whatever. And she goes, I'm gonna give you 20 and I'm gonna keep 10 for, brokering the deal. And I was like, and she goes, Nick, you do the same. And I was like,
No.
nope. First of all, my kid can't have Facebook, so she doesn't have the ability to be the one to list it. Second of all, I would give her all of it because technically she's only getting 15, right? Because half of everything she earns has to go into savings. And she's like, yeah, you're better at that. I'm not good at teaching my kids this. But like, she's the first one to bitch because I constantly try to tell them, hey, this is the things you could do. This is the steps you can take.
I got a great podcast for her to listen to. It's called Pops and Pennies.
Yeah. But, I don't want to be told what to do with my kid. And blah, blah. I'm not telling you what to do with your kid. I'm just saying, hey,
if you want to set them up for success, this would be helpful.
This is a financial tool that I find works really well, right? Like,
Chloe and I talked about that on how she was never taught money skills. I wasn't either.
Yeah, but like, and that's, but like, I didn't know about Betterment. I started listening to Listen Money Matters, and fucking they're like, oh, Betterment. And I was like, you know what? If these guys are doing it, let's give it a shot. And I started the fucking thing. And
well, you and I both listened to them and didn't know the other person was listening to them.
Right. So yeah, and but it's like, all right, cool. I started a Betterment, and then I was like, well, I want to make sure that this is real before I tell anybody else. So I called them. I took a loss on my first, I let it go for 6 months. I was like, hey, I called them. I was like, hey, I'd like to drain my account, or whatever I said, I'd like to take all my money. Okay, cool. Check will be, in the mail, blah, blah, blah. Got my full check, got everything. I was like, yep, this works. And so I started my investments back up. And I was like, because I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't, I don't believe, like, the internet screws you over so many ways, this and that. And it's like, I just wanted to make sure for myself. Like, I gave myself a set date. No matter where I was sitting, whether I was high, whether I was low, I was cashing out at this point.
I did this too. I would sell candy at school.
Oh, God, yes.
It was great. So we have a comment on Twitch going, I remember at 14 going and cutting grass and cleaning yards in the fall for a few dollars to buy candy and sell at school. Yeah, and then you'd make money to go buy something you wanted to fucking buy.
I'm not lying. Okay, so every day I bought a 4-pack of Monster. Okay, so back in the day, it was $6. I would sell 2 of them a piece for $3. I would sell the third one for $3, so I'd make $3. The fourth one was mine to drink. Okay, I would always carry gum as a quarter for a piece. You used to be able to buy like the Dentine Ice or whatever comes in for like $1, so I'd sell it for a quarter a piece. I think junior and senior year, I would go get those. They used to sell Kool-Aid. They still sell them. The pouches.
Oh yeah.
So you can go to the dollar store now. It's $1.25.
You pour it in your water.
I'd sell them for $1 a piece. You pour it in the water. So you get your bottle and pour it in. I'd sell them for $1 a piece. And so I just carry them around. I'm like, hey, who wants lemonade? Who wants fucking this? And by the end of the week, I'm a couple, $20. I don't fucking know. Like, but I drank a Monster every single day, and it just
Somebody paid you to drink Monster.
I'd sell everything. If I talked about it, if I did a loan, if somebody wanted something out of the vending machine, I always carry cash, right? Always, still do. If somebody wanted a snack for $1, like, cool, you're giving me $1.25 tomorrow, right? All right, cool, I can do that. $1.25, right? And if you didn't pay me back, oh man, like, you're never getting $1 again. Like,
right.
I never really got ripped off, right? People always, I got you, cool. Like, that's how it worked, man. Like, or we're at Costco, right? We had Costco out front of my school, I think sophomore year or whatever. Hey, I'll buy you this, but you have to buy me the hot dog tomorrow for $1.50. Yep, okay, deal. So I don't know. I mean, people are willing to pay for convenience. That's why they're called convenience stores.
Yeah.
I just happen to make that convenience really quick.
Yeah.
I got talked to by the school because you're disrupting class by doing Kool-Aids and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, don't give me that shit, right? Like, you're not supposed to sell on school grounds. I'm not selling, right? They're giving me a charity. I'd fight everything, right. It's a charitable donation. What charity are you going to? Nick Watkins fucking broke fund. This is a 302 months. Yeah, absolutely. Like, and that's just it. Like, That's Granville for you. Absolutely. Um, you know, it just meant I would sell. I was always hustling, man. Always hustling for that next thing, right? Like whatever you needed, I was gonna make sure you had. Because you know, gum. I would sell fucking gum, just so much gum. I gosh, back then they used to have like the 4-pack, the 4-tier pack or whatever, and just pop, 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 pop. Let me get $1 worth. Cool, done deal. Like I didn't give a shit, man. Like carry the 25-cent packs of the 5 sticks, sell them for a fucking buck. Like just so much because people now everybody forgot to have gum, and I always just happened to have it. Right, my locker because they had the open space and the top shelf that was like I don't know 9 inches by whatever. I'm just filled with fucking supplies, man. Just filled. Like I run out. Hey, I have to go to the bathroom. Fill my shit. Like everybody knew, man.
I have the 10 packs of the fun size shit.
Yeah.
$1 piece.
Yep. I'm saying that's it, man. Like, yeah, hustling. I say $3 on my way to school.
That's smart.
Hell yes.
Make $3 on the way to school by letting kids play on my Nintendo DS on the way to school.
Hell yes.
Again, that's entrepreneurship at its best.
Absolutely.
Chloe gave me her receipts this weekend.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know you want these. I'm like, right, I make money off them.
Yep.
She's like, well, you know, I did that for a while, but it was too much work. You know, what are we talking about? I'm like, I probably make $300-400 a year on scanning receipts and shit. Again, it's not a lot of money,
but it's something.
But it's money. You know, that pays an electric bill.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, and that's say it's funny. I was gonna let you have a victory. It's we'll do an update when I actually get it. But I think like on my credit card, I opened my credit card not too long ago.
Okay.
On my credit card, I think I've already made like $1,100.
That's great.
Right? Like because I just spend. I mean, I spend way more than people think.
Well, and if they're gonna pay you to use the fucking thing, use it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I went with the free one.
Dawn just cashed out points for one of hers.
Yeah.
She gave me $400 in gift cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, great, that's going right on a medical bill. And she goes, use it for whatever the fuck you want.
Yep. I'm say, and that's, I mean, it's those small things, but you know, I don't know. I'm still not turning in my. I mean, I should Menards, but I never turn in Menards. I mean, I think the last project we did was 50% Menards, so that's $15,000. You know, 11%. Well, it's $1,600 I've lost out on because I'm a dumbass.
If you give me the receipts, I'll take half.
I don't even have the receipt. I mean, they're somewhere.
But all you have to do is tear the bottom off. You give me the receipt. I'll tear
the bottom.
I'll tear the bottom off. I'll send them in. You give me half.
Right. So
I'll do all the work.
Yeah. It's just.
Which means my wife will do all the work.
Right. Yeah. It's a. No, I guess big shout out. Get back to the mental health. You know, there, guys. If you're ever at that point, don't be scared to reach out for help. Whether it's David or myself, whether it's the crisis hotline. What is that? Do you know the crisis hotline number?
Nope. Even though we promoted it like 100 times on the show.
Yeah, I want to say. I thought not 988.
That's what I was gonna say too.
But right, reach out. I mean, just have that conversation. Right, they're not gonna. You know, the good thing is they don't judge, right? I mean, they're going to make sure that you're safe. They make sure you at least have somebody to talk to.
Well, and you know, we've been honest. There are times that we just don't want to keep doing this shit, but we still keep doing this shit. I mean, you wake up, you put one foot in front of the other. I said it. We were having an argument about having a staff meeting because Dawn has memories of shitty staff meetings.
Yep.
I'm like, listen, I do shit every day that I don't want to fucking do. You just have to do it because that's part of being an adult.
Yep.
I get that. You know, you were in shitty staff meetings. I've been in shitty staff meetings for 23 years at my normal job.
Yeah.
But that's not break room. Break room has great staff meetings because A, we have a great staff, and B, they're willing to talk. So they'll bring up things that maybe we didn't think about, or they see something differently, or maybe we should sell this instead of that. And the only way to have those conversations is to get everybody in the room talking. Chloe and I have never sat down and talked business until Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so many good things came out of it.
That's great. I mean, that's what it takes, right? Like, and I firmly believe you should have one-on-ones like that, right? Like, hey, what do you see as a pro? What do you see as a con? Right? I'm not looking to fix the world, but I'm looking to make it a better place, right?
Commenting on this last comment,
Go to bucksandbrews.com, message us. We'll give you some ways to make a few extra dollars.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just so my therapy session was just it really was a bitch session about like how you know you want to try to help people make their life better, but you can't. I can lead you to water, but I can't force you to drink.
Right.
And that's how I see it. Like, again, I think we talked about it. My niece, I sent her my mom currently drives her, I'm going to call it 20 miles.
To her job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So Wyoming to Alpine,
Mhm.
like way out there, right? She said when winter comes, she's not going to do it. My mom's full of shit, but like, you know, so I sent her one that's like right down the road from my house, right? There's a dollar store down the road. She could, in theory, walk to it, or it would take me 7 minutes to drive there. I'm going to start boycotting the dollar store. I'm trying everything in my life to not go to the dollar store anymore because fuck the dollar store, right? I walked in, the first thing I see was $7 for a fucking present, and I was like, seven fucking like this is turning
It's
into
not a dollar store
this
anymore.
isn't right. It's not at all.
I don't shop at Five Below because it's not Five Below.
No.
Just call it what the fuck it is. It's 15 below.
Well, they have the Five Below up front, and then
Yeah.
they have the 5 and above in the
Right.
back, right?
Just fucking call it what it is.
Mhm.
Truth in advertising. Again, you can't shop at a 5 and 10 store anymore because nothing's a nickel and a dime.
No, nothing.
So you don't call it that anymore.
Right. Well, they're all closed.
Right.
Yeah. But like I get so frustrated, so mad walking into this because it's like, hey, how much we picked up some fucking lights that had, cause so I bought something that had a red sticker on it. Cool. I bought something else that had a red sticker on it. So I bought the $1.25. I'm like, cool, red sticker, $1.25. Oh, this rings up and it was $6. Excuse me? I was like, it has a red sticker. Oh, it means it's a price change. It was $5, now it's $6. Fuck you. Like, no, I don't want them. Throw them back.
Absolutely.
But which one's your favorite bear?
Your friend's back.
Oh, hey.
I like this guy, by the way.
Say good.
We're mutuals on here now.
There you
We'll
go.
send shit to each other every now and then. I like
No
him. He's a
shit.
good guy. Yeah.
There you go.
Just so you know, my friend, I danced with a gorilla this week.
A gorilla. But it's very difficult to sit here and support companies that they're not true to who they are or what they are, right? Like, it just bugs me.
Can we talk about Walmart for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
How pissed were you when you started doing the numbers?
Oh yeah, fuck me.
On the government shutdown and
Yeah.
SNAP benefits and what Walmart could do to ease pain.
Pretty sure.
Mind you, they are the biggest employer in the nation with people on SNAP benefits.
Yeah. It just so sorry. David and I had a text thread beyond belief of fucking baseball. So this might take me 4 hours. Gosh, my favorite
The
thing
World Series.
was David sitting here saying,
Keep me updated.
yeah, and then like I start this whole thing, and he's like, I'm not in bed, and I'm like, so I just set my fucking list of whatever happened.
I had to leave at 4 a.m,
Yeah.
and I couldn't turn off Game 7.
How could you?
It was so good.
How like you saying I'm going to bed? I was just like,
I did go to bed. I left the game on so I could
yeah,
hear it.
like I heard, and I'm like, that's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
you messaged me and my phone was still on, so I just texted you off my watch. I'm like, I heard.
All right. All right. So, of what I can remember, so $4.5 million feeds the state of Michigan for an entire month.
Mhm.
Okay. So I don't have the stats because it's not showing. 1 minute of profit from Walmart, they'd still have $2.1 million in that minute.
Mhm.
Right.
A profit,
Yeah, of profit.
not of sales, of profit.
Yep, 2 point something of profit, right? If all 50 states needed 4.5 million in one day, these people would still make $1.6 billion and feed the nation.
For a month.
And right in one day they'd make $1.6 billion and they fed the entire nation.
This was the problem with Reagan,
Mhm.
is he cut all of those regulations and he cut all of the tax rates on all of the super rich
Mhm.
so that they could continue to build all of this wealth and destroy the middle class. And that's why when you and I sit here and talk about tax rates, yeah, I get spending 90 6 cents out of every dollar you make on a tax is horrible.
Mhm.
But at 10 million bucks a year, don't you think you have enough money?
No, I mean, but
if you're going to spend 96% of the next dollar that you make, aren't you more willing to invest that into maybe your people?
there's a difference. If I get to choose where it's going, right?
And you do.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Right.
If you make too much,
Mhm.
then the government's just going to take it. Or if you take that money and put it where you want to put it,
Mhm.
they're not taking the money.
Right.
So now instead of making $11 million, you make $10 million, but you take that extra million and you put it back into your people.
Mhm.
That's why the middle class got so strong in the United States.
Yeah.
And we don't do that anymore because we changed all of those regulations and fed people this trickle down bullshit.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever going to trickle.
Well, listen, if it was going to trickle, we wouldn't have these hungry people. You know, I posted it on Facebook, and of course, I have friends from both sides. And David loves it because he just rips in, and the other side just goes back. And somebody said, oh, Democrats just want to give away money, and Republicans want to step up when needed. Well, I mean,
it's needed.
I didn't see Walmart go, yep, tell you what, we'll feed you. It's fucking there. You know what I do see? There's a food truck or a food truck that's going into Grand Rapids. He's going to give away free food on Sunday, right? Come show your card. However many people you got in the family, we'll hand you a plate. I see normal people. And it's not a political thing, right?
Mhm.
But what I'm seeing is these small companies
Mhm.
stepping up, saying, "Hey, this is what we're doing," right? Again, at $4.5 million, we feed the entire state of Michigan.
I don't round up. I never round up when a business asks me to round up. Why is that, Nick?
Because they get the tax break and you don't.
100%.
Yep.
I donate. Now, do I get a full value on my donations? I don't,
No.
because they only give you a $300 write-off anyways. And
Right.
if you can't itemize, it's worthless. I mean,
Well,
it's literally nothing.
That's the other thing. It's 25. So this is what the people don't understand. Right? Oh, I donated this. Like, I donated a car.
Mhm.
I walked into my accountant and I was like, hey, we donated a vehicle. And she was like, that's great. Did you donate over $25,000 worth? No. Okay, cool. You donated a car for free, you dumbass. Right? Like, and so it's like, you don't get, everybody gets that. Everybody, that's less than the $25,000 a year type thing, just gets the automatic cut. And, you have to figure out, like, hey, this isn't sustainable, right? I mean, people at the bottom. So if you're making, what is it? It's less than 60,000 or less a year. It's $63 out of your check goes to feed everybody,
Mhm.
right? If you're making $60,000 or less
A year.
right?
$63 of your tax money per year.
$1.25
SNAP.
$1.12 goes to SNAP every week, right, out of your paycheck. And now every year it's $864 goes to bail out
Corporate welfare.
Yep.
Corporate welfare is fine.
Yep.
But people welfare is not.
Mhm.
It's like, these are the things that bother me. So we had elections the other day, and I see a whole bunch of people, especially in Rockford, because they voted down a bond for the school.
Did they really?
They did. They voted down a bond for the school, and people are in there going, well, they don't need new air conditioning. It's only hot for a week. Those kids can just suffer through that week. I guarantee you, those are pro-life Christians saying that shit. So they want those kids to be born, but fuck them, they're going to suffer for a week in school. Because when I went to school, I didn't have air conditioning. Fuck off.
And say, what happened to wanting the next generation having a better life, right? David, do you want your kid to be better off than you?
I fucking 100% do.
Right.
Everything I do is so that she has a better life.
Right. I mean, I want my kid to have it's hard because I've been having conversations with my daughter because I'm like, hey, you don't understand how dad grew up. You don't understand what my life is. And I never want you to actually get it.
Right.
But I want you to understand that people come from different walks.
Mhm.
Right. And I was like, dad's not what you think he is. Right. Like, and dad is the man that you think he is. He's just seen a lot more shit than you've ever imagined. Right.
Caitlin doesn't remember us being poor.
Right.
We were poor.
Yep. It's like broke. Right.
Like I never grew up poor. I always grew up with money.
Right. And, but it gets to that point where it's, I was the first one to sit here and be like, oh, why the fuck is school wasting money on air conditioning?
Mhm.
We did it. We had no problem. Yeah, but if we have the ability to create a better lifestyle, one of my biggest things. So I started watching Newsroom. It's actually a shitty show. The only opening scene, like where he talks about,
I love the show, honestly.
meh. I got through like 2 episodes, and I was like, it's fine, but it's just maybe I haven't given it enough chance.
Give it enough.
It's
It's only 3 episodes or
Oh, is
three,
it?
3 seasons.
Okay.
It's a real short short run.
like, and so I'm sitting here just going, all right, I thought it was going to be different because the opening thing I thought it was going to be different than what it is, right? But like,
Stick with it. It gets
if,
good.
if you're telling me that we're, I don't know, 17th in the world for education, I don't even know what the fucking number actually is. 20. Why? Why are we so low? And what can we do to fix that? Right? Is it making people comfortable to actually want to go to school? Okay, so all right, Rockford does actually have a couple outside community areas that are not well off. But when you think of Rockford, do you
Rich
think
people.
right? You really do, right?
Mhm.
You think of these because they do have
Very well off, very well to do.
They have Wolverine, which is a very good company out there to
Yep.
work for. Good for them. But it bothers me because how many of those people have AC in their house? A kid wants to live comfortably. Are we 31st?
31st in education
31st.
as of 2024.
Right. And we can't, like, we're supposed to be the world leader, right? We're supposed to be the best that you could possibly find.
Oops.
And somehow we're voting down to give kids Jesus, really?
Number 1, South Korea.
I had no idea.
Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium, and Slovenia are the top 5. Japan 6th.
Yeah. But like, why now why are we voting? Yeah, sure. The problem I see with bonds is the problem I have with all government, right?
We're sandwiched between Hungary and Taiwan.
But it probably, the thing was with their bond, it probably wasn't just for ACs.
No, they had some gym improvements and some other stuff, and they're panning that stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and I get it, but I will always fund a bond for school.
I see. I don't. I can't say all of them, right? Because there's some that really are horrible. Hey,
I mean, if they were just looking for stupid shit, I wouldn't. But for the most part, I'm probably going to vote yes.
like and the other thing is why are teachers struggling to get just basic school supplies?
Because they don't provide any of it.
Right. This is
Again, the money is spent poorly.
oh, absolutely. But how do you spend it better, right? I mean,
You need a better school board.
you need a better everything.
But the problem is, you get all these dumbasses on school boards that are fighting over stupid shit, like we can't have gay books.
Right.
First off, there's no gay books. Okay, there are books that have homosexuals in them. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Dawn had this argument with somebody. It wasn't even an argument; it was a discussion. And they're like, "Well, I don't like them forcing it on me." She goes, "Forcing what? Well, I have to see it. What? 2 guys holding hands or 2 guys kissing? Yeah, I don't want to see that. Do you have a problem with a man and a woman kissing? Well, no, that's natural. Fuck you."
Well, so here's the funny thing. I do not have a problem with a man and a woman kissing in public.
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with a woman and woman kissing in public. I don't have a problem with 2 men kissing in public. You know what I have a problem with? I have a problem with people making out in public.
Yeah, I don't wanna see
It
that.
makes me a little uncomfortable. Whether that's because like a lot of times it's a man and a woman, like and it's just like Jesus.
Going
Christ.
at it.
Right.
Get a room.
Exactly. Right. Like you hear people, oh, get a room. Yes. And I don't care if it's a man, dude, chick, dude and chick. Like, but I always find that it's the straight couples that make me the most uncomfortable. Right.
I have
Like,
never seen 2 guys go at it like I've seen a man and a woman go at it.
right. Like it is.
And it's like, I get that you're passionate. That's great that you're passionate about each other. I don't need to be a part of it.
Right. Let's say.
Well, you don't have to look. You're right. I'm going to go the other way now because I don't want to look.
Right. But the same thing, right? You can tell that to a person. Hey, you don't have to look, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately, they all have problems with it. I remember Carlin talking about a minister that had a problem with, cursing on the radio. And he's like, well, minister, there's 2 knobs. One turns it off. One changes the channel.
right. Say.
You don't have to listen to it. You're not forced.
Yep.
And honestly, where we went wrong in education is we have dumbed down what education truly is. Conservatives don't like college because college teaches critical thinking.
Sure.
We don't teach critical thinking in this country until you get
To college.
to college.
Mhm.
And what teaching critical thinking does is it makes people look at every situation from every different angle and come to a better conclusion. I see this all the time. You see these fucking maps and they're like, well, Democrats, they don't win because they're only in the city.
Mhm.
That's where the fucking people live. Where do most of the people in Michigan live, Nick?
In the cities.
Yeah, it's Grand Rapids, Detroit,
Lansing.
Flint.
Right? Yeah, I'll say. And Lansing.
How many fucking people live in Traverse City?
No.
It's a tourist town.
10,000, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
How many people live in Byron Center?
oh, I didn't. What is you guys' population?
Probably about 15 to 20, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
And that might be high.
Right.
And again, we're in the metro area, so I mean, it's one thing.
Yep.
How many people live in Moline?
Right. How
A
many?
couple thousand?
Yep. You look at Baldwin, right? I mean, tiny, right?
The smaller you are, the less access to education, good education, you're going to have. The more likely you're going to be conservative. Why are educated people liberal? Educated people are liberal because they want to actually help people, because they have that critical thinking piece and they have that empathy piece, because most likely they went to school and learned how to do those things. You're not learning that in high school. You're learning how to memorize shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Welcome Back, Kotter is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
And there was a scene in there where Gabe's teaching the kids, how to learn through stories. So they're literally sitting in a circle and telling stories. And Woodman, the vice principal, comes in and goes, "That's not history. History's memorization. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue."
Yep.
That's what history is. No, that's not history. Yes, you should learn that shit. But does it affect your life at all that Columbus sailed to the Bahamas in 1492?
No.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't teach you anything. If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. He came over here and killed a bunch of native people. And I watched a great clip of Carlin the other day going, there are no native people. Stop fucking saying Native Americans.
Right. They're Americans.
Well, it wasn't even that. He's talking about it, and it makes sense because, the earth moves, okay? So at one time, we were more compact than what we are now, and you could actually migrate amongst the land.
Sure.
And it's been spreading apart over billions of years because that's what things do. And nobody is really native to any place. You were born there, great, but everybody's migrated to different areas. So stop saying the native people. They're just people.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and strip it down to, well, these people have more rights because they were originally here, or these people have more rights because they civilized it. They're just people. Everybody is a foreigner to someplace, and stop treating them like they're not important.
Well, I say in the part of the book that I was just getting into, they were talking about foreign people coming into the country and why they become successful, and it's because it fits who they are. So they made the comparison from France to America, right? America, you're gonna grow a business, you're gonna become financially successful, you're gonna do all of these things, and so foreign people come over here, they're like, hey, this is what fits my mindset. I'm a business owner, I want to grow, I want to do this, right? And that's their number one focus. And when big tip is, like, if you want something to grow, you just focus on that, right? Forget everything else that happens, right? My first 5 years of my business, I couldn't tell you anything else. Like, I knew I was growing my business, that was it. Like, the outside world,
totally focused on that.
100%, right? But then you look at it and go, okay, France, well, yeah, they're more focused on their fashion type of a thing, and they have to, you're not going to see people out in blue jeans and a t-shirt, otherwise they're going to be a foreigner to France, right? And it's like, you find what fits your culture the best, you find what type of people you enjoy being around, and that's where you should go. But most people never take that risk, right?
Well, I want to talk about one of the countries at the top of this list. So, there we go. Denmark.
Yeah.
Netherlands could be another good example because it's almost Nordic, right?
Yep.
It's more in the general area of, right there.
Yep.
So Norway's a great example. Norway's almost always the number one country in satisfaction of their citizens. And I went to a comedy show with Steve Hostetter.
Okay.
And we did a meet and greet before, and we're talking, and he goes, "Do you know why they're so happy there?" And people are like, "Well, tell us," because he's been there and done shows. Their country takes care of their people. So if you're not making enough money, they find ways to help support you. They give you maternity leave when you have a kid, so you can be off for a year to spend time with your child, and you get paid to do that thing. They actually put their tax money to use for the people, not for corporations.
Right.
He goes, "Have you ever been there?" And everybody in the room's like, "No, I've never been there." He goes, "It's cold as fuck. There ain't shit to do, but they're always the happiest people. You know how fucking taken care of you have to be happy when it's cold as fuck all the time?"
Yeah.
And it just kind of resonated with me going, I would never be happy living in the fucking cold. But if I knew I wasn't going to have to struggle, to pay a medical bill, or if I lost my job, my country would sit there and say, "You know what? You need a little hand up. I'm going to give you a hand up." Yeah, I think could be happy living in the fucking cold.
Yeah, and say it's funny because everybody goes, "Oh yeah, but it's good to struggle." Okay, you're absolutely right. I fully agree with this.
I learned more struggling than I did not.
Right, but now, let's say your struggle is you're between jobs, and your support. You come from here. Well, you struggle in America, and you don't have a job as a poor person. You're fucked. You struggle in America, and you're a rich. Your parents are loaded. You know, the only difference is, the only difference is this person gets time to think about it because their parents are going to support. Yeah, they're not out being able to party, do all this or whatever the hell they want to do. But like, hey, I now get to figure out what I want to do, right? It's if you think about it, everybody's going to struggle. It's just how low can that struggle be? So we can bring that struggle level up to higher standards. Okay, it makes happy people, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, my struggle is I don't have to, because right now, if you lose your job, where are you getting food?
Don't know.
Their struggle is, hey, here's some money for food. We got you.
Right.
Right. No questions asked. Having that type of a thing. I was always jealous of my buddy. Comes from a very, I can't say very, he comes from a well-off family. Both parents had nice, stable, good income jobs. Right. I don't come from that. And so, like, he went away to college. And I always thought about it because I was always jealous about, like, how people got to go away to college and how they did this without scholarships and stuff like that. And it's like, man, if you fail, your parents can afford a plane ticket back home. If you fail, your parents are going to make sure you eat, right? If you fail. Now, if I get out there, if I fail, I don't have a house. I don't have food. I don't have, sure, I have a friend to call, but you're going to support me until I get back home.
Right.
So, making those relationships is huge. But, like, I don't know, when you have that sentiment of, if I fail, I lose everything, versus if I fail, I lose everything, but my everything is still better than what Nick's everything was, right? Like, what made me successful, sure, don't get me wrong, was like, I knew if I failed in real estate in the beginning, I'd end up in my mom's basement.
Yep.
It was shitty.
Worst case scenario.
I'm very fortunate my mom had a house. If I fail now, you know what my worst case scenario is? I have a paid off house that I have to fucking pay normal taxes to.
Yeah.
Right? My fail is my daughter gets to still stay in her house.
Yeah.
Right? If you fail, you lose your house and go live with your mom.
Yep.
Right? What do you have? 9 years left on your mortgage?
Yeah, something like that.
9 years from now, let's have this conversation.
I don't even think it's 9. Well, 2025, it'll be paid off in 32. 7 years.
7 years. So 7 years from now, let's have this conversation. Tell me how fucking different you go.
Oh, it's huge.
If I fail, okay, right? For those that don't have paid off houses or whatever, right? Okay, think about when you financed a car. Think about that last time you made that last payment, right? If you didn't go get a new car, how amazing did you feel to sit here and go, huh, if this car fails me, I don't have to make the payment, right? Like, but when it fails while you're still paying on it, you're like, you just drown and drown and drown. So, like, let's raise that bar, right? Worst case scenario, this is where I'm sitting, right? Like, I don't know. I have no problems with I have no problems with that, right? Like take care, because I really am a firm believer if you take care of the people, right? Right. It doesn't have to. Not everything has to come around, and if it does, it'll be okay, right? I mean, the rich are still able to get rich.
Mm-hmm.
The poor people just aren't as poor. Right?
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Who spends more money?
Rich?
No.
Yes.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Who spends a higher percentage of their
Higher
money?
percentage poor people.
Right. The poor people are the ones that move the economy
Oh, absolutely.
because the rich people hoard their shit.
Well, saying I was listening to an interview with a billionaire, right? And he'll tell you he spends more money and he's the head of or he employs more. Well, because I have my maid that I have my maids that come in and clean. I have my people that come in and cook for me. I employ all of these people to do everything for me. Yeah, okay, you've made 15 jobs to run your household. But can they afford to do
Yeah,
their
how do they
household?
live?
Right? Like, can they afford to do their household?
Can they
No.
pay their bills?
Right.
Cryptic Crow here has some statements. I'm going to leave those off air,
Yeah.
but reach out to us. We'll have conversations.
Yeah.
We have ideas always.
I say, and that's I say the bottom one though. We can do that.
Yeah.
Right. You're in medical debt, and the government says you're not eligible for any help. That's the problem, right? Like, why? Why are we allowing people to stay that much in debt and not be able to do anything about it?
Do you want the real answer?
Corporate greed.
Well, it's corporate greed and it's control.
Oh, absolutely.
If we can't have student loan forgiveness because that's control. A company now can have control over you because you're afraid to lose that job. Why have they tied healthcare to jobs? Because
if you leave,
you leave now, you have no healthcare. Why does Amazon want to bring company towns back? Because if you leave now, you don't have healthcare or home
or house, right? Well, and that's like my wife. She's very concerned about this healthcare thing, and I told her I was like, "Hey, look, and how long do you think it'll take you to find a job? Okay, so if we pay Cobra for an entire year, let's call it $900 a month, right? So that's $11,000, $12,000. Let's go with 1,000 a month, $12,000, and we have health. The one positive is you get Cobra if you choose to pay it, but most people can't afford to pay it. After once you lose your income, where the fuck does money come from, right? Like, so I'm like, cool. Can you find a job within a year? We'll stay on fucking Cobra. We'll maintain the exact same fucking insurance. It just costs me money out of pocket. Again, I'm very fortunate.
You can do that.
I'm very fortunate. If you want 12 grand, fucking pay that insurance right now, right? Like, let's say, go make some. The ability that we have this opportunity, because don't get me wrong, I lost my job
5 years ago.
Well, that one, but I lost my job right when I bought my house.
Okay,
right? My first ever house.
Yeah.
The fuck was I gonna do? Right? Like, I had to go. I ended up taking a fucking warehousing job, blowing on my back, doing all this. Like, what if I had the opportunity to do something else? What if I had the ability to take a deep breath and say something? The best car I've ever bought, besides this one, was I think my wife's Pathfinder. Probably my favorite car purchase. We had 2 running vehicles. Something went out on her Honda Pilot that was just a quick fix type of a thing. But she's like, hey, we said if we have another thing, she gets a new car. So I said, cool. Start looking for a new car. Take your time, because we don't need a new car. We don't need it.
Get something you want.
Yeah, we want something. So we started looking, and it took us, a week and a half or whatever it might have been. She found something she wanted. And yeah, then I ended up lending out my Pilot and then getting it back, and it blew everything. But like, fuck, man, the ability to make that decision and not have to rush out and get this and do that. When you raise that bar of what you need, how quickly you need it, changes. And when you could take a deep breath and go, all right, this is going to be okay. It changes life, man. Like, having this conversation has been great, because it's like, I'm reminding myself of all the things just in this past week that I've done to just say, hey, I'm taking a deep breath, right? Like, it's huge.
Well, and when you look at things, especially, I know we need to wrap up, but especially when it comes to like the giving people that we are, most people don't know the shit we do.
Oh God, no.
I mean, I remember a time when you went and handed out pizzas to homeless people.
Yeah.
You know, I
just homeless. Anybody that walked
literally it was
the-
anybody that walked by. Did you want a pizza?
Yeah, the guy that was fucking running. I was like, hey, you want some pizza? I'm out working out. Well, fuck, can't have pizza while you work out. Like, I was like, I don't give a shit. Right? I just wanted to feed people.
I mean, I've donated Cubs tickets to children's charities.
Absolutely.
It's not like they were free fucking tickets. I paid for tickets, couldn't use them, donated them to charity.
Yep. And that's, I mean, that, you know, that becomes the biggest factor is I don't need to sit here and brag about everything that I've done, but I get called out when I do something for myself. Right? You remember that last time I was in Vegas?
Yeah.
That kid fucking called me. The only thing I remember is when you evicted that person from the fucking house. I didn't evict them.
That was their doing.
They evicted themselves, right? Literally. Nothing to do. Like, I said, hey, I need money because I have to assist my family. You said, fuck you. I'm not paying you a dime.
Again, you made a post the other day of part of the problem you have is Democrats will always vote for social benefits in the fear that one person that can't access it will not get it.
Yep.
And Republicans will always vote against it in the fear that one person that doesn't need it might get it.
Right.
And there were conservatives on there arguing with you. I'm sorry, your argument's bullshit because you're the people that are the first ones out there going, well, they should just get a better job. Those are the same fucking people that told all of the essential workers during COVID, well, you should go get a better job. And a lot of them did. And then they were pissed off because it took them longer to sit at McDonald's and try to get their fucking dollar McChicken.
Oh, yeah. But like I say, you know, just wait though. I mean, McDonald's is going to be fully staffed here. This economy is headed to shit.
It's
right
horrible.
now, right? Like,
there is no money.
No.
Everything right now is being propped up on bullshit. Again, I read an article the other day and an economist basically came out and said, we're seeing 2007 all over again.
Yeah.
And we are. Everything's going to crash because the economy's propped up on bullshit.
And it sucks, right? Because, I mean, you know, 08, 9, 10 is going to be happening and
you're going to weather it.
maybe.
I'm going to weather it.
Maybe.
I mean, we're going to weather it. It's not going to be what we want.
Right.
But we shouldn't lose our houses.
Right.
Yeah, we'll lose some investments, but hopefully we can weather the storm and they'll come back because we're still young enough to bring it back. Could my mother weather that storm? No, she's in her 70s.
Right.
You know, if it starts to look like that, we're going conservative with everything. I'll put everything in a fucking bond.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Right. Because I mean, you know, I don't need to risk 10%. I'd rather guarantee myself 4%.
Right. Well, and she complains sometimes because the money that she's given me to play with hasn't done as well as the money that Scott does or anything I've done for Caitlin. Right. I'm way more conservative with you. You have Pepsi.
Right.
Caitlin has Broadcom. Caitlin's made 20 grand on Broadcom. You've made $18 on Pepsi. I'm sorry. Pepsi's stable.
Yep. I'd say it's a good long-term company, right? I mean, you know, and yes, it's some money, right? You're not, but if you wanted to make more, invest more, right? So that 18 would look like, you know, 36 or 36 if you doubled what you have in there.
Yeah, she gave me like $500 5 years ago, and it's worth like $580.
Perfect.
And she's like, "Well, you've done better for Caitlin." Yes, I have, because Caitlin gave me $10,000 and said, "Do something."
Yep. But again, and Mom, you need this. Caitlin doesn't.
Yes.
Right. Like, she wants it. And I'm hoping that it works out. But at the end of the day, I mean, trust me, I haven't logged into my Betterment, but like, I look at my accounts and constantly, a stop loss is 10% for me. I'll be done taking risk. There's no point in me trying, right?
Yeah, and I started to look into putting some on because I don't need her to lose all her money.
Right. And
so if we get to that point, it's just going. Bye.
Yep. I'm saying that. But again,
and I might turn around and buy it back at that price.
Absolutely, right? But you're supposed to sell high and, you know, buy low. And okay, if I miss the highest of highs and I miss the lowest of lows, I'm still doing okay.
Yeah.
Right? I had a friend of mine reach out to me today. She has 7 houses listed, and she's like, "Hey, do I lower this and get some money back, or try? You know, right now I can make 10 grand on one house." Or do I keep holding out? And I was like, well, 10 grand at $2,000 a fucking month of holding cost. You have 5 months to get rid of this. So it's going to take you 45 days to get it sold. And I don't see the economy getting better in the next 5 months.
Oh.
Right. I said, look, if I'm me, I'm taking every dollar that I possibly, again, that's why this house, take a bath on it because I've made off of the other ones. Like, just somebody buy the fucking thing so I at least get some of my money back, right? Like, that's all I need at this moment, right? Give me some of it back, right? And I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Send me the details. I know it's on Facebook. Send me the details. Maybe I know a couple people.
Sounds good. So, as always, guys, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We hope you get to know a little bit more about us. We do these episodes for ourselves, and then we also do them for you because we know that everybody's going through stuff. We want you to know that, yes, we have a podcast, but we are just like you, right? Say, normal humans that want to help other humans. So
if you're struggling, the phone number is 988, or reach out to us. We're always happy to talk.
Yep.
It is better with you here, even when you don't want to fucking be here. I can honestly say that because there are plenty of times I don't want to be here, but I'm still not fucking going anywhere. Thanks for joining. We'll be back on Tuesday.
Yes.
Regularly scheduled time with Soda Joe talking about some healthier pop
options.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be drinking his product. So if you guys have ideas for shows, please hit us up. If you want to hear any specific Pops and Pennies episodes, we're always looking for some good content for the kids.
Yeah.
And, take care. We'll talk to you all soon.
You've dialed in
To Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these
because
studs.
they know the
And
brews.
they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.